Hillsboro to take on the here high school. The Cheesemakers finished their season at 20-0, a perfect record at the 4A, and actually 3 as Tillamook now take on the big boys, and when I say big, I mean big. They've got great size, and they're 18-5 on the year as they look to head to the 5A state tournament next. The Tillamook Cheesemakers and the Hill High Spartans. We're going to talk to head coach Greg tonight's game after this word from the Tillamook Bay Community College. Welcome back. Basketball and warm-up time. Here's what Greg had to say.
Greg, you come into tonight's game, going to take on Hillsboro. First, let's talk back to the season. 20 wins in a season, undefeated, first undefeated season ever in Tillamook. That's a huge pat on the back for these kids and for you as a coach.
Yeah, they worked extremely hard. All the way from last year, we had a disappointing loss to Newport, and that kind of stuck in our craw. And we brought that up times, and again they work their tails off, and I'm really proud of the way they handled themselves, because we had a target on our back, and we still do, and that's why we're playing tonight, to try and get that game ready, get the situation ready for on the 6th.
Yeah, you did a year ago have that disappointing loss. Great season. You ended it with a loss. Didn't make it to the state tournament. This year, doing things a little bit different, and picking up this game is a little bit different. People are going to question, well, you're playing somebody who's probably going to be better than you. They're a state playoff team, a 5A team. They're 5th-ranked team in the state. Why this game?
Well, we wanted someone that we could get something out of. We didn't want to just play a patsy game, get us sharp. Last year we went that layoff for 16 days, and I thought there was too much rust. And you have the other side, yeah, we could get hurt, but we could get hurt getting into our car. So we can't play the game that way. Hopefully we stay healthy and we gain some momentum, whether it's a win or a loss. We talked to them about the Napa game. Napa ended up beating number 1 and 2 in the state, going into their playoffs. So hopefully we can do the same.
As you look at Hillsboro, obviously very tall, very talented. Do you expect to see a completely different style of ball and talent level than you've seen all year?
I do. They're deep, they're big, they're athletic, they want to run. So it's a team that we'll see definitely if we match up with Brookings, and some other teams at Gill. So we got to win the line of scrimmage, and we've got to make sure that we're all on the same page.
Now let's talk about your team. Obviously some hardship here in the last couple of days with John Begin passing away and Johnny and Jake being part of the program. How's that affect the group?
Well, we'll see. It's pretty fresh, and we just talked in the locker room about controlling what we can control, not worrying about things that happen that we can't control. So hopefully we come together in this game, and basketball is a great outlet to get that nervous energy or that anger that you have, to be able to vent that in a positive manner, and that's the approach we're taking.
As you approach this game throughout the week, have you prepared for Hillsboro in particular, or did you prepare more for next week's game?
A little bit of both. I mean, we're definitely going to have to block off, and from here on out, I mean, it's going to be a major factor in all the games that we play. We watched Central and Elmira last night, and it was a deciding factor. And so we tried to get ready for Hillsboro, but it's hard because they're so big and there's so many of them. But we've also tried to look ahead to see who we're going to play on the 6th, and we hope that this game gets us ready for that game on the 6th.
Are you going to have to play this game any differently than you played most of the year, because this may be the first time all year you're outsized?
It will, and we also have guys that are sick, and then the situation that we find ourselves in. So we've got some holes to fill, but we'll just do what we can and have some fun.
And finally, you look up here in the stands, and Tillamook always travels well. We have as many people here as Hillsboro does, and it's another good day to be a cheesemaker, huh?
It is, and we really appreciate the support. And again, the kids want to tell everybody that, whether it's a away game at Hillsboro or it's a away game at Gill or whatever it may be, we really do appreciate it.
Well, Greg, wish you the best of luck and look for a fun game tonight.
Thank you.
And again, we'd like to thank Greg Werner for his comments for tonight's game on warm-up time. We'll be back with more warm-up time after this word from the Tillamook Bay Community College. Community College. You know, this is somewhat of an exhibition game. I'll bring Dave on right now, too. The worst nightmare when you have everything timed out is that all of a sudden they put more time on the clock.
Well, we went to break. It was pretty interesting. I got to looking at the clock and I went, a second ago there was about a minute left, which puts us right into announcing who the players are and what's going to happen. And I look up and there's 9 minutes left, and I went, uh-oh.
Yeah, it went down from 1:01 to 1 minute to 9 minutes and 59 seconds, and all of a sudden we've got a little time to kill, which is actually good because there's lots of things to talk about. Let's look first of all at the starting lineup for the Hill High Spartans. The Hill High Spartans will start at a guard, Drew Perry, a 5'10 senior, and Jordan Griffith, a 6'2 senior. At the forwards, it's going to be Dominique Mims, who's 6'2 and a junior, and then their two low post players will be Brett Ball. He's 6'7 and a senior. I'm telling you, that kid's a man. And also number 34, Colt Lirla, as Lirla is 6'5 and only a sophomore. And they have another sophomore out here. He's not starting for him. His name's John Martin. He is 6'9", and I'm telling you, he goes 300 plus. He is a stud.
He is a big boy. I watched him out there. Not a lot of basketball talent, but you know what? Someone as wide and tall as him, he will disrupt you.
Oh, no doubt about it. And again, probably a project right now, but so was Matt Bryant a year ago, and still is in a sense, because he has come so far as a 6'8 post kid for the Cheesemakers. We're here at Hillsboro High School. Hillsboro High School, first of all, isn't an easy place to find. Don't follow the sign.
It took all of us from Tillamook to find it. So,
and that's part of why they just put a little more time on the clock, because the team only got here about 25 minutes ago or so. And so even though the team had been out warming up, they put a little extra time. They've gone back into the locker room and will now come out shortly as we get ready for play here at Hillsboro. A big gym, well, I say big. It's a little bit bigger than Tillamook's gym, probably. I wouldn't say there's any more seating. Seats go from wall to wall, just like they do in Tillamook. There are no breaks in the middle, so maybe there is more seating here. But I'll tell you right now, there's more Cheesemaker fans here than there are Spartan fans.
No question about it. And you just watch the people file in, all complaining about how to get here, so they're not even all here yet.
Yeah,
but,
and they file in with a smile on their face. There's a lot of anticipation, a lot of fun getting ready for.
You know, there is. You watch this team warm up, though. Holy smokes.
Oh, yeah.
Tillamook has their hands full tonight.
Full. We're in over our heads.
Oh, well, completely.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt we're in over our heads, but that's okay.
It'll be fun. You know, either way you look, any way you look at this thing, you're playing a game that is an actual game competition instead of sitting there and practicing against each other for 10, 11, 14 days. I don't know how big a layoff they had.
Yeah, it's going to be 15 days.
15 days. That's just too long to not play a basketball game.
Yeah.
And
following week, that'd be on Wednesday the 11th, and their opening round game would probably be against Central. And I'll tell you, Central won't be this big, but they are incredibly athletic. Of course, finished in the Final Four in football, and they're basketball players as well. So that should be interesting, but that's a long ways down the road. A couple games to play, and one that's going to be do or die for the Cheesemakers next Friday night. And we hope to see every one of you that isn't here right now, not listening to us, but is home listening to us. We hope that you're going to be there on Friday night in the Tillamook High School gym on Bob Lamb Court, as the Cheesemakers will take on either Estacada or Gladstone, who are playing tonight, I believe. The winner of that will host Ontario, and the winner of that will come to Tillamook. And so that's kind of the scenarios that you're looking at. The Ontario game will be next Tuesday in either Estacada or Gladstone. And again, the winner comes to Tillamook next Friday night. Starting lineup for the Tillamook Cheesemakers, who are really playing shorthanded tonight. They've had Dan Ginger and Dan Seaholm both been very sick this week. In fact, I don't know how much either of them will play. Dan Seaholm, normally the starting point guard, will not start tonight. Josh Rodriguez will start tonight, as Rodriguez, just on a side note, was selected as the Quappa League Defensive Player of the Year, co-player of the year with Jordan Poyer defensively. That's a huge testament when you're bringing them off the bench, as Josh Rodriguez, again, Defensive Player of the Year. And I agree.
I agree completely. How many teams did he just create fits for?
Yeah.
I mean, he would come off the bench, and they'd look at him like, take him back out because he's not playing fair. And of course he was, but he is so quick, and a great honor for him.
Yeah, certainly great honors. Cheesemakers also got all league selections out of Blaine Keenert was first team all-leaguer, as was Jason Wetzel, and Holden Camp was the first team all-leaguer. Johnny Begin was an honorable mention all-leaguer, and I don't know if Matt or Seaholm, I don't remember on that because somebody told me in passing. But certainly a great representation for the Tillamook Cheesemakers on the all-league team, which they should have, as they went 10-0 on the year in the league season. So the Tillamook Cheesemakers and the Hillsboro Spartans here from Hillsboro High School, as the Cheesemakers get ready to take on the very tall, incredibly talented, at least in warm-ups.
Kevin Duckworth, a young Kevin Duckworth.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that Kevin Duckworth?
That's a big kid.
That is a monster.
And they have about 3 kids who go up and lay the ball down rather than lay the ball in. And so, Hillsboro, they play in a tough league. Wilsonville actually won the league. Hillsboro tied them for basketball. And Randy Shield, along with Dave Scherbonda, your broadcast crews, we see faces walking in here that we have not seen in a long, long time, because probably they live out in this area and they're coming to the closest Tillamook game they're going to see. But I'm telling you what, Tillamook's filled up the visitors section and now are overflowing back around behind us onto the Hillsboro section. They have almost filled half this gym, while on the other side, the student section is 50, students large. The band is about 8 big, and obviously this is a different tone set for the Cheesemakers, who have a great following in the community, to say the least.
Well, you look at a normal Tillamook year. At home, they're huge.
Yeah.
They just fill the gym up. But when they go on the road, they're the best traveling team. You put them in the playoffs, it's incredible.
Yeah, it certainly is, and undefeated as well. As the announcer, it's funny, we don't see each other a lot. He's trying to figure out what league they come from. Is that Quappa League?
Well, it's a crazy named league.
It certainly is. So I think they also just introduced us as KTIL. And they're going to have the national anthem. We're going to take a 1-minute break during the national anthem, because that... I believe it's their band teacher, as he came from over there. But very, very nice job as we get ready for basketball. Again, Randy Shield along with Dave Scherbonda, your broadcast crew. Let me give you a quick update as Cheesemakers going to get introduced on the floor, and we've already done that. Tillamook Wrestling, they're at the Memorial Coliseum. Tillamook sent 17 wrestlers over there. There's only 6 left in competition. The other 11 have lost their second one, and so they're out. But there are 5 in the semifinals tonight. We'll get updates on those 5 as they happen at 119 pounds. Adam Smith is in the semifinals. Dustin Woosley in the semis at 130. Mickelson is not in the semis. He, though, is still live in consolation side. Tucker Cook has been the biggest surprise of the tournament. The freshman is in the semifinals tonight for the Cheesemakers after upsetting the number 2 seed at 160 pounds. I believe that's 152 pounds that Tucker's at. And at 215, Adam Barrico won today by pin to get into the semis tonight. And J.T. Strang, what a great match he had in the quarters today as he went into overtime, hung on to go into overtime, then went into double overtime, and in the third overtime it came down to 30 seconds. He was in the up position. The guy he was wrestling was in the down position. They go for 30 seconds. If the guy gets an escape, he wins. If JT holds him down, JT wins. 30 seconds, and right on the edge of the 30 seconds, JT held on and hung him down, or held on to win. And JT Strang, first-year wrestler at the high school level, is going into the state semifinals tonight as well. So 5 wrestlers in the semis, and Tillamook right now is third. Although they're only 2 points behind first, they're also only about 4 points separating first to fourth. And so Sweet Home with a lead right now, and they have a lot of kids in as well. Semifinals tonight could make the difference. Cheesemakers and the Spartans as they come onto the floor and get ready to toss it up. Jumping in the middle is going to be Learla, along with Matt Bryant.
Tillamook has their big team out there. We'll see how that matches up with quickness against Hillsboro.
Tillamook will be moving left to right across the radio dial. Learla and Bryant in the middle. Ball tipped up. Learla controls. Very quick off his feet. Hands it back. And Perry will move right to left. Perry moves to the top of the key. Right wing holding the ball is Mims. Mims around the high screen. Cheesemakers in their zone. Off to the right side to Ball. Ball has it tipped away but got it back. Chased out by Oldenkamp. Off to Mims again. They work it around to the perimeter. Hillsboro in their white uniforms with baby blue numbers. Shot on the way for 3 out of the corner left is Griffith, and it's good. So
Griffith is way too open there. Had a long look at it.
Griffith hits a 3, and the Cheesemakers now see what happens defensively. Keener got this guy off his feet, but turned around and kicked the ball back out to Wetzel. Wetzel has a man open underneath. It's Oldenkamp. Goes up strong, missed it. Got his own rebound, put it up, didn't get it again. Rebound comes down to Hillsboro. They'll push the other way. All the way down the floor. Wide open in the corner again from 15. In and out. Bryant with a rebound. Outlet to Rodriguez. Josh going to push the ball left to right. Across the timeline he comes. Looks for a screen, doesn't get it. Goes to the baseline right to Oldenkamp. Oldenkamp looks for a backdoor cutter. Nobody there. He'll kick out to Keener. Wide open from 15. Long, no good. Cheesemaker's a little amped right now, I think. Hands off, push ball right side. Mims looks inside, can't find anybody but there. Back out to the top. Long 3, set shot, good. Drew Perry, long 3 ball at 6-0. Hillsboro.
Well, there's no question. They will set up on the outside if Tillamook lets them, and that's exactly what Tillamook's done, and they've taken 2 wide open threes.
Keener, Wetzel, 15. It's no good. Tipped out. Going to go to Hillsboro. It's 3-on-2 break. Feeds last side. Now the Cheesemakers get back. Out on top. A longer 3 this time. This one's short, no good. Rebound inside. Hillsboro gets it back. Kicks out to the top. Swings right, Mims. Pump fake, won't take it. Stutters his step, back fade from 15. It's in and out, no good. Bryant down with a strong rebound. Outlet right side, Cheesemaker's going to run. They're down 6-0. Wetzel with the ball, going to get double team. Got to get it out, goes high post to Keener. Keener at the elbow, looks, he needs to drive. Pump fake, steps in, got fouled, no call. Rebound inside, fought for, no whistle. Oh my goodness.
Boy, they are letting them play, no question about it.
6-0. Hillsboro with a lead. They take the ball. They go right to left. Mims going to set a high screen. Gets the ball into the corner left wing. Back around on top to Perry. Perry, Wetzel on him. 5.5 left to play first period. 6-0 Hillsboro. Bounce pass on the right wing. Mims open for 3. It's short. Rebound Rodriguez. Josh going to push the ball. Right side. Wetzel. Wetzel going to try to take the ball down the lane. Wrap around behind and tapped it out of bounds.
Tillamook very tentative right now. They just look like they're not the same caliber of team. They just need to settle in and play basketball.
Well, again, they look a little bit scared.
They do.
Cheesemakers bring it in. Right side Wetzel. Toes for 3. Air ball.
Wow.
Rebound comes down. Hillsboro the backside. Again, Tillamook a little bit rattled. Boy, it's a good thing you're playing this game right now like this a week from now. Top of the key three. It's no good. Matt Bryant rips the rebound. No, it's tied up. Jump ball is going to go to Tillamook.
Well, Matt did a good job of getting his hands on the ball, but what he's got to do is he's got to clear the basketball because this team is pretty savvy.
Yes, they are.
You can see that the one player got beat on the dribble drive, and then the wraparound tip away. Boy, I tell you what, they look like a basketball team.
Wetzel left side in the corner to Rodriguez. He'll come around the high screen out on top. Reverses, pump fake, left side to Wetzel. Into the baseline to Oldenkamp. Oldenkamp looking post up. Keener. Now he's going to drive. Steps through. There's a first whistle of the ball game.
At just about the time Josh Rodriguez buries a three from the near side.
That was going to be on Dominic Mims, a 6'2 junior. And it'll be Cheesemaker ball on the far side, trailing 6-0.
First foul called, and there's been a lot of touching out there.
And they're going to call a foul away from the ball on Jason Wetzel.
Well, and there was some screens being set. I think it's Keener, actually. Bryant.
Matt Bryant. So it was a moving screen. And it'll be Hillsboro ball in backcourt. Get it across timeline. Nice ball handling by Perry. Perry gets to the top of the key. Ball left wing. Gives it up. Gets it back. Jumper from the free throw line. In and out. No good. Bryant clears the board again. Outlet to Rodriguez. Cheesemaker's yet to get on the board. Josh Rodriguez with the ball left side to Wetzel. Wetzel around a screen. Going to drive down the lane. Stops at the free throw line. Jumps it up. Hit. No good. Rebound followed up and in by Blaine Keener.
Tillamook they're crashing the boards hard. They've got to continue to do that. Actually playing with these guys if you take away those long three-point shots.
Left side with the ball is Griffiths. Griffiths hit 1-3. Cheesemaker switched to a man. Pass inside. Open at the free throw line. Kicks it back out. They'll reverse. Going to drive down the lane all the way to the hole. Lays it up and in. Nice job by Griffiths. Very physical 6'2 guard.
5 points for him, and he identified a man-to-man matchup, and he just put the ball on the floor.
Baseline pass, Cheesemakers throw it away. Wetzel tried to work the back door and coughed it up.
First turnover for the Cheesemakers. They're taking care of the basketball, but again, you can't be so tentative.
Charles Mosley checks into the ball game as Brett Ball sits down. Also into the ball game is number 3. That'll be Justin Drake, a 6-foot junior. Mosley, a 6'3 senior. Drake with the ball against Rodriguez. Finds Mosley open, backside. Shot no good. Rebound backside. Hillsboro has it. They're going to back it on out into the corner. Gives it up, gets it back. Double teamed inside. Back out on top. Long three. Set shot. Good. Nothing but net by Drew Perry. His second of the ball game.
He's 2 for 2, and he is wide open, and he is just stroking it from the outside.
Tillamook wants timeout. 3:17 left in the first period. 11-2. Hillsboro will be back in 1 minute. Welcome back. Let's play back in quickly. Cheesemakers get it down the floor. Rodriguez jumps up and in, a 15-footer. Backdoor pass, Hillsboro. Into the corner, wide open again for 3. Again, it's good. Drew Perry, as Perry found himself open and hits his 3rd three-pointer of the ball game. He's got 9 of the 14 for Hillsboro.
Boy, Tillamook lucky on that one. Blaine Keener setting the screen, leans in. The defender coming through, and the defender picks up the foul.
Yeah, that was a break there. As coming out of the ball game will come Lyerla. Cheesemakers to bring it in the corner. Oldenkamp. Oh, thought he got fouled. Right corner, Wetzel. Toes for 3 again. It's good this time.
Wetzel, if he can get on, he has a step out there.
Cheesemakers give up the break, going the other way, laid it up and in by Brett Ball. Cheesemakers didn't get back on D that time, trailed by 9. Keener down the lane. He missed it. Rebound comes back to Hillsboro. They'll push down the floor, open underneath. Hands off, ball again, lays it up, scores, and he's fouled.
Oh, that's just not getting back. That's playing a team that gets up and down the floor faster than you got up and down the floor the entire year, or what you've seen the entire year.
Cheesemakers trail 18-7, and Ball will go to the line trying to complete the 3-point play. Certainly got to get back on D.
Well, they called that on Wetzel.
And the free throw's good. 19-7. The 5th three-point play of the first quarter by Hillsboro. 4 of them from outside the line. That one the old-fashioned way. Wetzel with the ball, going to come around a high screen. Off and picked off. As Hillsboro comes up with it, pass ahead to the right side, down the lane. Checked by Keenert. Nice job by Blaine. Keenert off to Rodriguez. Down to Bryant, lays it up and in. Good break on the other way.
Wow, Tillamook fortunate there. Again, Blaine Keenert goes up, and they're not calling the body.
Boy, they are not. And then Keenert kind of got tied up with the player. Cheesemaker fans didn't like that. There's a long 3 ball again. This one's first miss, but it flops out to Hillsboro. They're going to drive down the lane. Shot on the way from 15. It's no good. Oh, big push in the back. The right call. Finally, it's going to go on Charles Mosley.
And all of a sudden, the exhibition game is not so exhibition.
It is not for fun anymore.
It's not for fun. There's some pushing and shoving going on out there right now. And Tillamook
is starting to toughen up a little.
They finally said, you know what, stop pushing.
Yeah.
And so they're pushing back.
This isn't okay. We're going to work at this a little harder.
Well,
and I think the intimidation factor gone now.
No question about that. Into the ball game, Dan Ginger. We'll see how Dan can keep up with this, as well as Seaholm.
Dan Seaholm in again. He's only been at 1 practice all week, been out with the flu. He'll take the ball to the top, and he gets picked clean, and he gets the foul. Hillsboro fans didn't like that one. I can't hardly complain or blame them.
I don't either. Boy, I thought if anything, the foul was going to be on Seaholm because he reached in after he got picked clean. Seaholm into the game now. He hasn't seen the quickness of this team yet. That little crossover in front that he got away with the entire year, not going to get away with it here.
Yeah, what a great thing to have this group, because this is state playoff basketball. Inside Matt Bryant. Nice catch. Delivered for 2 by Matt Bryant. As Aaron Bloom with the feed. The Cheesemakers down by 8.
Well, Tillamook gets the ball into him deep. Really looking at this, Hillsboro doesn't have a match for that.
No. Baseline pass, right side. Jumper on the way is good from 15. Nice touch by Brett Ball. Kid's a player.
Very good shooting. Good shooting team so far, Hillsboro.
21-11. Cheesemakers trail by 10. Off to Oldenkamp. Oldenkamp going to step through. Stutters. Kicks out to Ginger on the left wing. Cross-court pass. Cheesemakers set it up. Looks like Oldenkamp had a lane to go with. Didn't take it. Off to Seaholm on top. Back to Bloom. Bloom looking backdoor cutter against a man-to-man defense. Oldenkamp back off to Ginger. He's toes for 3. Missed it wide right. Rebound comes down to Hillsboro. Long outlet. Open on the left side. Down the lane. Jumper 15 is good. Griffith gets 2 more. It's 23-11. 10 seconds left. Right wing, 3-pointer, in and out, no good. Matt Bryant with the rebound, puts it up, he's fouled.
Now, Matt's just a man among boys in there right now, playing a great ball game so far.
Great first quarter for Matt.
And Tillamook just can't buy a bucket from the outside.
5 seconds left in the quarter, 23-11, and Matt Bryant will go to line to shoot 2. 15 foul against Hillsboro, 2 against Tillamook so far here in period number 1.
Matt with 4 points in the ball game, and all just inside looks.
Hillsboro's been putting about 80 points a game up here in the last 3-4 weeks of the season. You see why.
Well, you can certainly see why. They come down, they push the ball. Tillamook has not faced a team like this yet.
No.
That outlets the ball to the wing as quick as anything we've seen the entire year.
Matt Bryant gets them both, gets Tillamook back to within 10, 23-13. Hillsboro with the ball, going to get it across the timeline, going to go all the way down the lane, left side, lays it up and in. And that's the end of the first period of play. It's 25-13. Hillsboro will be back in 1 minute. Heading into the second period of play. Hillsboro showing why they've only lost 5 games at the 5A level so far this year.
Oh, I tell you what, Hillsboro looks great right now. They are shooting from the outside. They're 50% outside the 3-point line, 4 of 8. They're 50% inside the line, 6 of 12. 50% from the field. Tillamook Cheesemakers, 5 of 15, 33%. Just been a little bit of a struggle.
Alley-oop, backside, nice play, set it up and laid it in as Lerla gets 2 at 27-13. First trip down in the second half. Right side, Bloom hit on the shot, no call on the way, no good. Rebound, Ginger going to dig it out. Cheesemakers get a second chance, one of their first of the night. Out on top, Seaholm. Seaholm looks right, needs a back door, goes left, has it tipped away and out of bounds.
That passing lane is just closed off so quickly. And again, boy, what a great warm-up for the Cheesemakers here.
Yeah.
They all of a sudden they can see that they have to pick up the pace from where they played in the Coapa League.
That is so true. Baseline pass inside to Bryant. Bryant back on out to Seaholm. Had it on the baseline on the block, but got rid of it, turned it back out. Ginger, right side to Seaholm. Dan, cross court, lucky not to get that picked off into the corner. Dan Ginger for three, in and out, no good. Rebound long, going to be chased down to the far side. Tip at Hillsboro, comes up with it. Down the floor, left side to the hoop, lays it up, missed it, followed it in for two, is Larla.
Well, Tillamook beat that time going back. They had a 4-on-2 break against the Tillamook Cheesemakers. Got to get back.
29-13. Seaholm inside step through and got it to fall.
Well, he covered a lot of ground. Crossover in the paint there.
29-15. Mims down the floor quickly. Out on top it goes. Open for three. It's no good. Ginger had the rebound and then hammered out of bounds. Lirla
is just a house.
Oh, he is.
Holy smokes, he's got shoulders as broad as Schwarzenegger, for crying out loud.
He makes Keener look like a peewee out there. I mean, he's tough.
He is beefed up.
Seaholm will sit down. Rodriguez back in. Baseline Matt Bryant drives inside. He missed the shot, but backside Oldenkamp, he missed it as well. Whistle foul going to be on either Bryant or Oldenkamp, as Luke Oldenkamp missed it from point-blank range. It'll be Oldenkamp with the foul.
The interesting thing is Bryant thought he was going to get bumped pretty hard, turned, went, and just, shot about a three-footer by about 9 feet, missed it. So
Oldenkamp had the backside, caught it in the air to lay it in, just flat missed it. Alley-oop backside again. Learla catch, feeds left side, three-pointer on the way. In and out, no good. Oldenkamp down with the ball. Oldenkamp off to Rodriguez. Cheesemakers a push. Right side Wetzel. Baseline Keenert. Step back 15. Missed it. Oldenkamp. Nice board on the backside. He'll pull it back out. Cheesemakers Rodriguez for three. It's long. No good. Tipped out. Rodriguez picks it up again. Rodriguez right side to Wetzel. Wetzel. Tough shot from 8. It's no good. Tipped out in the corner. Going to be Keenert. Cheesemakers one more chance. Down the lane. Into the corner, whistle, foul, reach around. It'll be Cheesemakers' ball underneath. That'll be the 6th team foul. Tillamook will shoot after this.
Tillamook has woken up on the offensive boards. They are crashing the boards hard. What you got to look out for, though, if you don't get that rebound, everybody is under the basket. Look out for the fast break going the other way.
From the state wrestling tournament at 119 pounds, Adam Smith going to wrestle for a state championship tomorrow night as he wins in the semifinals. With the ball, inbound, Bryant. Pass it right back to Luke, who was standing out of bounds. That's a bad idea.
Yeah, it's just a really bad idea. Just the second turnover for the Cheesemakers. Hillsboro has yet to turn the ball over.
Yeah. Well, that's what it feels like.
Well, and they shot the ball 20 times in the first quarter as well. I mean, they are machines.
Right side Mims steps inside. Cheesemakers go back to a matchup zone. Kicking out on top. I take that back. They're tracking a man. Left side with the ball, looking, pass inside. Waits, holds, swings back, Mims with the ball, free throw extended to the left side. Inside pump fake, tough shot from 6, no good. Rebound, Oldenkamp, outlet Rodriguez. Josh going to run the ball, sideline left to Keenert. Keenert, pump fake, went by his man down the lane, has it checked, goes back to Wetzel. He shoots from 15, he missed it. Matt Bryant with a rebound, puts it up. He missed it! Cheesemakers can't buy a bucket, and then Bryant fouls in backcourt.
It's going to be number 2 on Bryant, and the Cheesemakers went from shooting 33% in that first quarter right now just in the toilet. They cannot, and they're all good-looking shots.
Good shots.
Right there, just rimming it in and out. They cannot get it to go.
29-15. Cheesemakers trail by 14. Hillsboro breaks the pressure on top, feeds back door, and throws it. No, it's tipped off. Tillamook out of bounds. Thought they had their first turnover of the night.
Well, the interesting thing is on that trip down, first time that you see Josh Rodriguez, a little dribble drive in front of him, a little quickness.
Out on top, feeds right side, inbound play for 3. In and out, no good. Mims, though, gets the offensive rebound. Mims, high post left side, looks inside, can try to make the move around a high screen, gets a double team, kicks off to the right side. Drake, down the lane, free throw line jumper on the move, no good. Bryant with a rebound again. Boy, has he played a game in the first half.
He's got at least 6 rebounds.
With the ball, Cross court, Keener. Left wing to Wetzel. Baseline, inside to Bryant. Take it up strong. He does, and he missed it. Rebound tipped down twice. Finally, Hillsboro down with it. Outlet, they have 3-on-2. Going the other way. Wrap around inside. Tip loose. Comes out, still loose. Rodriguez comes up with it. Rodriguez looks. Alley-oop left, threw it over. Keener and out of bounds. Good idea. Just couldn't get it there. And the Cheesemakers, I got to tell you, if they make their shots, this is about a 6-point game.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 of 10 in the second quarter, and
Wow.
they've had some looks, too.
1 of 10, and many of those have been in the paint. With the ball, outside left, there's a shooter, Perry. He goes baseline, inside turnaround jump hook, no good. Bryant with another rebound. Outlet, Rodriguez. Rodriguez going to drive on the left side. Alley-oops it up, doesn't get it to go. It's actually a shot. I think he was trying to go to Keener on the back side, but instead he got actually hit the rim on the way by, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, you got to do something. I mean, they can't get a layup to go down, so you might as well go to the free throw line.
And Hillsboro wants timeout. It's 29-15 Hillsboro with 3:36 left to play. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Is the son of Tom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That makes me old then.
Real old.
Tom was just...
Welcome back to Cheesemaker Basketball. Josh Rodriguez goes to the line to shoot 2. He makes the first free throw and then the second with 3:36 left to play in the first half. And he does not get the second. Hangs on the rim and falls away.
Boy, that was touched right off the top of the rim, too. Boy, the Tillamook Cheesemakers are worse than I commented. 1 of 12 so far here in the second quarter.
Wow.
8% shooting.
Yeah, there's no doubt you'll be behind against anybody. Hillsboro with the ball. Spartans right to left they go. Extend to the left wing. Drake going to go baseline, kicks up, wide open, free throw line jumper, no good. Wetzel with a rebound. Wetzel looks down the floor but goes back to Rodriguez. Josh going to cross to the left wing on top of the key now. Waits and holds, high post to Keener. Blaine hasn't got on track yet. Wetzel off for 3. Good!
Boy, that certainly helps. Wetzel now with 6 points in the game. He's got 2 threes.
Wetzel gets Cheesemakers back to within 10. Down the lane, drive, lays it up and in. Nice drive by Charles Mosley, a 6'3 senior.
They're deep as well.
They are. With the ball on top. Matt Bryant, left side to Keener. Keener, pump fake, step over, cross, down the lane. Flat shot, no good. Bryant follows it up and in.
Well, that shot finally goes in.
That was the toughest one he's taken, too. Caught it in the air and flipped it up off the glass for 2, and right away, Hillsboro going to try to get their big kid back in. Checked inside, Cheesemakers come down with the ball. Block shot for Tillamook. Rodriguez, he'll take it down the middle of the floor. Going to shoot from 15.
I thought he missed that one. Blake Keener, baseline wide open, and boy, Rodriguez is just feeling it right now.
31-23, Hillsboro. Tillamook back to within 8. 2 minutes left, first half. With the ball on top, Griffith. Griffith with Wetzel on him. Bounce pass to the baseline, inside, back to Griffith. He'll shoot the 3. In and out, no good. Rebound. Hillsboro comes up with it. Tough shot, no good. Great defense by Matt Bryant. Camp with the backside rebound. Tillamook with the ball. 1:45 left to play in the first half. Rodriguez, left side, tipped out of bounds. Tillamook will get it back.
Bryant has had his best half of basketball so far tonight, and they needed it.
Hands down. I mean, he's come to compete tonight.
He's got to be going on 10 rebounds in the first half, and boy, defensively, he's not swatting at the ball, just putting his arms straight up in the air and playing good defense.
Rodriguez goes high post to Bryant. Bryant pass inside to Keener. Low post, got his man up. Oh, didn't get the call. Cheesemakers didn't like it. Out comes the other way. Down the floor. Great play in. Checked by Keener. They're going to call the foul.
Call there. Keener just went up strong with the player from Hillsboro.
Greg Warren, how there wasn't a foul on the other end, got him up in the air, didn't get the call. Keener's going to pick up foul number 2.
No question that that was a foul on Keener.
Oh, yeah. No, this end I'm not complaining at all.
The other end, there was definitely a foul.
Yep.
You're right.
Same 2 kids, and you saw Colt Learla as he misses a free throw. They brought him right back in after the Cheesemakers got the offensive board and scored and got it to within 8. He's their money man, although he just missed the first free throw. Second free throw on the way is good. He gets 1 out of 2. It's 32-23. Hillsboro going to go to full court pressure. Down the floor. Oldenkamp waits and holds. They defend against the inbound, and then they get back on defense. Rodriguez with the ball, high post to Bryant. Bryant turns, has it tipped away, picked off from behind. Mims, left side, going down the lane, wraps around. Great move, shot on the way. He's fouled by Oldenkamp.
Wow, there should have been a trap to start that whole process, but nonetheless, the foul's going to be called on Oldenkamp, who picks up his second personal. Boy.
So Learla's going to go to, that is his second.
Boy, they got that up there quick, didn't they?
Learla's going to go to the line to shoot 2 again.
Well, Learla with 5 points in the game so far, all in the second quarter.
Free throw on the way. Oh, that was horribly short.
He doesn't look comfortable at the free throw line.
Foul him often. As Ginger will come in for Matt Bryant. Good choice there. Bloom will come in for Wetzel. And Dan Seaholm will come in with the next dead ball. With 1:07 left, 32-23, Hillsboro. Free throw on the way is good. 33-23.
Boy, this is an interesting lineup for the Cheesemakers here. We'll see how they respond here.
Tillamook trying to get it in, finally does to Bloom. Ahead to Seaholm. Seaholm has it stolen from behind. Picked up, Hillsboro with a steal after the full court pressure. 1 minute left in the first half. Baseline pass inside. Tillamook's as small as they've been. Mims on the drive, kicks off, hands back. Going to look for a screen. High post, going to go down the lane. Scoops, dishes. Layup 2.
What a great pass that time, and a wide open Mosley just lays it in.
35-23. Cheesemakers trail by 12. Seaholm. On the right side goes baseline to Oldenkamp. Oldenkamp held on to. No wonder he can't get by the guy, who's about twice as strong as he is. Seaholm, baseline back to Oldenkamp. Step back 15-footer. No good. Oldenkamp gives up the rebound. Long pass. Open at the other end. Lays it up. He missed it. Tip back out. Midcourt, Hillsboro controls.
Well, Tillamook just didn't get back that time, and then they got beat on the offensive board.
They clear it out. 8 seconds left. Going to go down the lane. Scoops up a wild shot. No good, and that's the end of the first half of play. The Cheesemakers trail 35-23 at half. We'll be back in 1 minute. At 35-23, Tillamook Cheesemakers trail to the Hillsboro Spartans here at halftime. We're going to take a 1 minute break. We'll be back after this. Next action for the Cheesemakers will be next Friday night, and if you missed it earlier, we'll explain. Tonight or tomorrow night, Gladstone goes to Estacada. The winner of that game will host Ontario next Tuesday. The winner of that game comes to play Tillamook in the Tillamook gym next Friday night.
Boy, Ontario could do a lot of traveling in the next 2 weeks.
And they could. And Ontario just beat LeGrand, who finished first in the Greater Oregon. And so,
yeah,
you know, they're a decent team. Gladstone, the fourth place team out of the Capital Conference, lost to Tillamook by 3 earlier in the year in one of the ugliest games we saw all year. And so there's a lot of things, and it certainly isn't a given that the Cheesemakers are going to come in and at home win and go to the state tournament. So they're going to need all the help they can get with the crowd they need there next Friday night. Cheesemakers will have the ball to start the second half. Right wing, Mims picks it off from Rodriguez. Down the floor, right side, beats his man to the baseline, 15-footer, way off the bracket. He missed that, so I thought maybe it got blocked up there.
Well, I don't think so.
He looked at his hand like, what are you doing?
Well, that just happens on occasion.
Rodriguez tipped away and picked up for the second time by Mims, and then Oldenkamp steals it back. So a game that was very well played in the first half with only 6 turnovers combined. We've seen 3 turnovers here in the first minute of the second half. Wetzel around a screen on top. Elbow. Baseline Oldenkamp. Oldenkamp on top to Keenert. Keenert going to drive down the lane. Backs to the basket and then backs it on out. Oldenkamp looking cutter. Needs some help. Left to Keenert. Keener. Matt Bryant on the curl inside. Got it from 6, left it short. Rebound. Oldenkamp rips it loose. He missed it. Keener lays it up. He missed it. Keener can't get it. Fights for. Matt Bryant gets it. Missed it. Rebound Hillsboro.
Wow, Tillamook just can't get the ball in the basket.
Oh, and I mean, none of those shots were over 4 feet. Unbelievable. Free throw line jumper. Hillsboro, no good. Rebound. Keener. Keener back to Rodriguez. Cheesemakers need to run the ball. Right side, Rodriguez down the floor. Checked off the board. Follows for 2.
Tillamook on the offensive boards has really hit it hard. But, boy, they can't buy it in a close-in basket. Boy, there's a turnover by Hillsboro, traveling at the top of the key.
First traveling we've seen on Hillsboro. 10-point Hillsboro lead, 35-25. Hillsboro came out and scored 25 in the first quarter.
Okay, let's make a layup here, huh?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Wow.
In fact, I bet we have a better shooting percentage outside the key than we do inside the key tonight. Wetzel on top, down the lane. Tough shot on the run. It rattles in and out. Keener with a rebound again, lays it up and in.
Ended that. He got it, corralled it, put it up solidly. He said,
goes to the floor, falls, Mims does, on his back, and he travels with the ball.
Well, quick 3 turnovers here in the third quarter for Hillsboro, and the Cheesemakers smell a little blood right now.
Joseph Jackson checks in for the first time tonight for Hillsboro, as does Ryan Christensen, as their head coach going to sit down a couple of guys and talk about what's going on out there in an 8-point game. 35-27. Hillsboro trails by 8. Keener, thrown away that time by Rodriguez. Backcourt with the ball. Coming down the floor is Perry. Perry off into the corner. Waits, looks, backdoor. Jackson can't find it. Back out on top is Griffith. Griffith, Christensen, they reverse. Down the lane, kicking off, pump fake for 3, now going to drive. Griffith, 15-footer. It's long, no good. Oldenkamp with a rebound.
Well, Griffith does as good a job of creating a shot as anybody we've seen.
Wetzel wastes his dribble, needs some help, and goes backside. Keener lays it up and in. Backdoor from Wetzel. Head coach of Hillsboro all over the official, thinking there's a 5-second call. Right side, 3-point, set shot on the way. In and out, no good. Bryant with a rebound. 6-point game, 35-29. Cheesemaker fans getting noisy now. Rodriguez down the he is hammered. And he'll shoot 2.
Well, he was hammered from the block shot. Did you see that block? I'll tell you what. And Tillamook's getting fired up now.
Colt Learla was about 12 feet up in the air when he blasted the ball back down. There's a blocking call foul called on Jordan Griffith. And Rodriguez goes to the line. The thing I like to see, Tillamook Cheesemakers are not intimidated anymore.
Not anymore. They've come out to play. Josh Rodriguez now with 6 points. He's turned the ball over here in the second half, but he's also trying to create.
1 free throw. On the second, it's going to be Tillamook ball on the long rebound, out of bounds, so the Cheesemakers get it back, trailing 35-30.
You know, interestingly enough, look at the coaching staff for the Cheesemakers. Look at the bench and the coaching staff for Hillsboro.
Yeah.
They are just sitting there.
Oldenkamp, chancy cross-court pass to get it in. Nice denying the ball by Hillsboro. Right wing, Oldenkamp clear outside the 3-point line. He's finally fouled. Nice job by the ball against the shorter guard, and he just got hacked. That'll be foul number 2 on the team this half.
And it's good to see the senior Oldenkamp saying and directing what's going to happen here on the inbound play.
Wetzel hands back on the 94-foot floor, the big floor here at Hillsboro, to Rodriguez. High post to Keener. Hands off Wetzel. Long 3 this time. It is... He scored! Oh! And fell in, and he'll go to the line trying to complete the 4-point.
Well, more interesting than that is, again, coaching staff and players on the Hillsboro bench, no reaction at all. Tillamook can get back to within 1 with a free throw.
35-33, and Wetzel can make it a 1-point game.
It's all Tillamook here in the second half.
This is as close as it's been since the first trip down the floor. Jason Wetzel, free throw. He missed it. 35-33. 2-point game. With the ball down the floor. Far side Griffith, top of the key, kicking out Jackson. Three-pointer on the way. It's no good. Backside rebound, tipped out of bounds. Keener gave up position, but was lucky from behind to bat it out of bounds. It'll be Hillsboro ball.
Well, it's going to be interesting. If Tillamook puts a push on like this against a weaker team, they would typically fold now. Boy, you look at Hillsboro, very confident out on the floor.
And a bunch of seniors. Sideline left, down the floor, kicking out Jackson. Going to shoot the three again. This time he hits.
Well, they can create that shot any time when they drive the ball like they do, and they just drive and kick out.
Rodriguez with the ball, sideline left. He's going to drive inside. Now he waits, kicks it back out to Keener. Thought he had Matt Bryan inside. And they'll bring it back out to Wetzel. Wetzel going to drive. Kicks off to Bryant out on top of the key. Down low to Keener. Jumps up and it's rejected.
Wow.
Boy, Keener's found a guy that can get off the ground as well as he can.
Valeria can get off the floor. Hurry.
He is so physical.
Wow. You almost can't. What you need to do is just give it a big head fake, get him up in the air, and you put your shoulder and go right through him.
Cheesemakers with the inbound. Wetzel for three.
Wetzel is now 4 of 5 outside the three-point line. He's got 12 points in the game.
38-36. Hillsboro. Cross court. On top. Wait. Griffith. Griffith sets. Now he's going to dribble left wing. Inside. High post. Going to cross court. Out in the corner. Waits. Now going to drive. Rodriguez. Oh, reach. No call. Rebound inside. Hillsboro comes up with it. Off to Jackson. Jackson back out on top. Going to shoot the three. It's no good. Jackson again. Third opportunity this trip down by Hillsboro. At the free throw line. Griffith, a long three. Short this time. The fourth opportunity. Hillsboro gets the rebound. 3 minutes left, third period. 38-36 Hillsboro. Stepping back, top of the key, left wing, now going to drive, baseline, tough shot, didn't get it to go, and he's fouled.
That's 4 opportunities. You just can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't give up that many chances to a team like this.
And to the line will go Justin Drake.
And Rodriguez picks up his first personal foul.
Boy,
he's earned a few others.
Yeah, he even this trip down the floor, and I think that's part of it. He got by with it the first couple.
And accumulation.
Free throw on the way is good by Drake, 39-36. So Tillamook's been to within 2 twice here in the second half. Wetzel sits down, Keener sits down, Bloom and Ginger come in.
You need some good minutes out of Ginger here.
And it's good. 39, make that 40-36. Cheesemakers trail by 4. Rodriguez near side to Bloom. Bloom looking backdoor right side, kicking out is Bryant. Bryant looks, goes cross court to Ginger. Corner to Bloom. Bloom can't get a shot up, goes inside to Bryant. Boy, he just powers him out of there. Jackson with a backside rebound. They got a lot of push side. Cheesemakers need a good finish to the to the third period here. Down by 4. Griffith goes baseline inside, posting up. Back out, Griffith gets it in the corner. Goes post up on Oldenkamp again. Back out to Griffith. A little two-man game for 3. He scores a 3, and he's fouled by Ginger.
Well, I'll tell you what happened there. Ginger was playing the bounce in, bounce out on trying to double team the post to help Oldenkamp out, and he just wasn't quick enough to come back out.
But you don't need to double team from the backside. You've got Matt Bryant standing there. You got 2 guys on his backside. You don't need a third one on the outside. You don't go down and help and then come running out at the shooter who drains a 3, goes to the line, and completes a 4-point play. Oh, devastating trip for the Cheesemakers. Cheesemakers with the ball, going to move the other way, down by 8 all of a sudden. Ginger hands back to Begin. Johnny Begin with the ball on the right wing. Left-handed dribble back to Rodriguez. Double team back to Begin. Begin steps up, shoots a 3. It's no good. Rebound, tips out. Hillsboro 4-on-1 break. Might as well foul. Feeds right side, layup 2.
Wow. Tillamook, this is not a good lineup for the Cheesemakers here.
Minute 45. Begin for 3. No good. Ginger with the offside rebound. Reverses it up and in. Nice job by and there's a timeout by Tillamook. 46-38. Minute 34 left in the third. Back in 1 minute.
Welcome back to Cheesemaker Basketball. Baseline right. There's the dump down inside. Jumper from 7. No good. Hillsboro with a rebound, and there's a foul. Going to be Ginger.
I don't understand what is happening here with Ginger out. He must be so used to playing down underneath that he just can't keep himself out on the wing.
Drops right down and got the foul on the backside by Mosley, or sends Mosley to the line. Third foul against the Cheesemakers this half. 3 against Hillsboro as well, as Mosley hits the free throw.
Mosley now with 5 points in the game. And Ginger picks up his first personal foul.
47-38. Free throw on the way is no good. Rebound Ginger. Ginger ahead to begin. Johnny with the ball into the corner, left to Bloom. Back out on top. Rodriguez, right side to Ginger. Dan going to drive inside again. Lost it. Got it. Fed it underneath. Threw it away.
Just not a good pass. It was a great idea, not a good pass.
And Johnny did a nice job breaking to the basket there, but a little too hard, a little too fast, and just a hair late.
9th turnover for the Tillamook Cheesemakers.
1 minute left to play in the third. Left side, pump fake, baseline. Hillsboro with the ball, out on top, tipped away by Rodriguez. Goes baseline again, inside ball, going to try to make the move, but he kicks it back out. Now down the lane, all the way to the hole, has it checked, but it goes back to Hillsboro again. With the ball, out on top, Jackson. Jackson, wrap around on top. Alley-oop to the backside, nice catch for 2, lays it up and in. 49-38, Hillsboro. Rodriguez, crossover, losing control, got it back again. Bloom, right wing to begin. Johnny, left side, down the lane. As Ginger, nice drive to the hole, got fouled, didn't get the call, gets Tillamook back to within 9. 49-40. 13 seconds open, backside. Lays it up, he's fouled, going to be Oldenkamp.
Well, I tell you what, that was Oldenkamp just trying to help out.
Yeah.
On the backside, Johnny Begin just doesn't have the wheels to keep up with Mosley.
Now, the guy went right and then left in a bullet pass. Very nicely done. As we get a report from State Wrestling, and that is Dustin Woosley loses by 1 in the semifinal, so he will not be a 2-time state champion yet. He won it as a freshman, did not win it last year, so he loses in the semis. Cheesemakers have Adam Smith in the finals tomorrow night. Woosley will have to go through the consolation side. 1 out of 2 on the free throws by Hillsboro, and it's 50-40. Hill high over Tillamook.
Tillamook has stuck with this lineup a long time.
Yeah, and Tillamook turns the ball over. Straight in, down the lane, missed a shot. Once, twice, no good. Rebound, foul. Going to be Ginger.
Well, this group is not quick.
Wow. And to the line will go Mosley. In a 50-40 game.
Just wants to get through this quarter, and then I think he'll go back with the starting lineup. But, boy, I think about a minute ago we should have gone back.
Free throw on the way is good by Mosley.
Mosley has lived at the free throw line here in the fourth quarter, 3 of 5.
Cheesemakers just gotten eaten alive on the boards here in the last couple minutes. Free throw on the way is good. Gets both of them. And the full court pass goes right through Bloom's legs and out of bounds.
I don't understand how you can play such a solid game up and then just everything falls apart.
Yeah, Tillamook really has struggled here in the last 3 minutes. It was a 2-point game at 38-36, and now they're down by 12. Backcourt with the ball, Drake from midcourt is no good, and that's the end of the third period. 52-40, Cheesemakers trail by like they did at the end of the first and the end of the second quarters. We'll be back in 1 minute. I think part of the thing is its teams put 17 on the board in the third period. The Cheesemakers did it early, and Hillsboro did it late. Tillamook had an 8-0 run early to get back to within 2, but then Hillsboro went on an 8-0 run of their own as we head into the final period with a 12-point difference. Alley-oop, back door, lays it up and in. Great play by Mosley. Second time we've seen that, and it's worked both times.
Mosley now with 12 points, and you can see he could just be an athletic scoring machine.
Baseline right, Oldenkamp. Oldenkamp trying to post up, goes back out on top to Rodriguez. We've seen none of Dan Seaholm here in the second half again. Sick all week.
and there's finally a foul. The Cheesemaker fans helped call that one. And he turns around and says he fouled him. Yeah, I don't think you have to tell any of us that. Team foul number 4 on Hillsboro. Looking, and finally goes out to Rodriguez. Josh with the ball, baseline to Keener. Keener going to drive inside. Gets hit on the shot, no call. Ball out of bounds, going to be Cheesemaker's ball. So Tillamook could get it out underneath their own basket. Boy, you just look at kids' faces on the floor. Hillsboro is way more mature than Tillamook. Inside, nice move by Keener. Little dump fake, turn, and laid it down as the Cheesemakers get 2. Quick transition the other way. Steal, Rodriguez. Tillamook gets the ball back, down 12. Down the floor, running, jumper, no good. Tipped long. Oldenkamp with a long board. Baseline, Rodriguez, wide open from 15. It's an air ball, but Keener with a backside rebound lays it up and in.
And all of a sudden, those inside layups are falling for the Cheesemakers.
Oh, Tillamook has crashed the boards, too.
Keener with 10 points now in the game.
Right wing with the ball. Hillsboro going to try to post up with ball inside. They get it at the baseline. A little fade from 15. No good. Bryant with a rebound. Bryant outlet to Oldenkamp. Oldenkamp run on the floor across the timeline. Going to back it up and hold it. Hands to Rodriguez. He'll push the pressure. Right wing. Going to shoot the 3. It's going to be long. Bounces twice. No good. Wetzel comes down with a rebound. Off to Rodriguez again. Back to Wetzel in the corner. Looking backdoor. Kicking out is Matt Bryant. Bryant looks baseline. There's Keener. Keener, double clutch, puts it off the glass, no good. Rebound, tied up. Nice job by Bryant to tie that ball up.
And boy, Mosley is just not liking Bryant right now.
No, they have pushed and shoved down there all night long.
And Mosley gives up a good 4 inches, 5 inches on Bryant. And boy, he just stands there, maybe more than that. Just stands and goes toe-to-toe with him.
54-44. Hillsboro leads by 10. Inbound, lays it up. Oh, into the net. No call. Hillsboro going to run the other way. Tillamook fans didn't like that one. Inside, scoop to the hoop, got fouled, no call. Matt Bryant down with a rebound. Getting a little rough out there now. Rodriguez, he'll take it coast to coast. Feeds back door, has it tipped away out of bounds. It'll be Cheesemaker ball.
Another good idea, just too late. When you play better caliber teams, the quickness, it really shows up.
Where you used to have passing lanes, you could get the ball through. Now there ends up being a hand in them. Cheesemakers out to Keener as they bring the ball in. 54-44, Hillsboro with a lead. 5:50 left to play in the game. Keener, baseline Wetzel. Wetzel spins, tough shot from 8, hits. Oh, nice shot by Jason Wetzel.
Wetzel with 14 points in the game. That's the first shot he's made inside the three-point line all night long.
Tillamook scores the first 6 of the final period. Mims goes inside. Nice turn by Ball, who jumps it off. As Keener got caught up on a screen, Ball got it about 7 feet out on the right and gets it up and down. 56-46. Rodriguez from 15, no good. Wetzel, he chases it down, gets the ball, keeps the ball alive. Inside to Bryant. Bryant takes it up and in. Nice pass by Wetzel.
Well, Bryant's done a great job of recognizing that he has a size advantage and just turns and goes up strong to the hoop. Bryant's had himself a pretty good ball game.
He has had a great ball game with the ball. Right wing around the high screen. Griffith lost the ball, picked it up again. Now he goes by his man down the lane. Oh, he's fouled. Bad, no call. Hillsboro gets it back. He's fouled again. That one wasn't as bad as the last.
Well, I'll tell you what, Tillamook is just hacking away out there right now.
And so it'll be going to the line, Mosley again. Mosley has just been tough, and Tillamook asked for timeout. 4:53 left to play in the game. 56-48. We'll be back in 1 minute. Cheesemakers trail by 8 with 4:53 left to play in the game. Hillsboro High School, the 5th-ranked 5A team in the state, going to the state playoffs. Tied for the league title out here at the 5A level. Mosley hits a free throw. 9-point lead. He can make it 10.
You can tell Hillsboro has played against some good teams this year, can't you?
Yep. And as I was just talking to Bruce at the break, the one thing Tillamook's found, Tillamook starters can play with Hillsboro.
Oh, no question about it. But you
go down the bench too far, and the separation grows greater.
Although Tillamook is shorthanded.
Yes, they are.
And they're sick, so that makes a difference as well.
Cheesemakers get the ball across the timeline. Wetzel on the right side. Get a screen from Bryant. Needs some help. Bryant gets it out on top. Going to turn, has it tipped away and stolen. Picked off. Tillamook with the turnover. Down the floor, dishes baseline. Check by Oldenkamp and out of bounds. We have seen more action in the air around the rim with shots blocked tonight than we've seen all year.
Well, that one Oldenkamp should have just grabbed it because he blocked it with his elbow.
Hillsboro bring it in underneath their own basket. What a great job by the Cheesemakers tonight, even though they're down by 10. Free throw line, tip, but picked up there. Three-pointer on the right wing. Looks good, it is. Nothing but net for Drake, and it's 61-48.
Well, Drake hits his first three of the ball game. He's 1 for 3 outside the arc.
Wetzel on the left wing with the ball. 4 minutes, 15 seconds left. Wetzel needs some help. Finally goes cross court. And the official blew it dead. I don't know what it was.
He had a 5 count.
It's a technical foul, and they said that he put his hand right up in his face so he couldn't see. Now, I've never seen that called.
What? Now, that was called on Hillsboro?
Yes, on Hillsboro, because the defender put his hand right up in his face so he couldn't see, and that's a technical foul. I didn't know that.
I would do that to you all the time if I had a chance, if I thought Well,
free throw by Wetzel. He'll get 2 of them, and the first one's good.
Well, you learn something most every day.
That's face guarding, I guess.
15 points for Jason Wetzel.
Good night for Jason as well. He gets both free throws. 61-50.
Boy, Jason has been money outside the three-point line. 4 of 5. It's been a struggle inside of that, though, but gets it done at the free throw line.
Hillsboro continues to run players in and out. Cheesemakers, Keener. Top of the key, gets the dribble, goes right wing to Oldenkamp. Oldenkamp going to put the ball on the floor. Down the floor, lays it up, no good. Wyatt throws it up, it's no good. He was undercut bad. Should have been over the back or backing in one way or the other. No whistle blew. Hillsboro with the ball, up by 11, under 4 minutes left. Alley-oop, inside ball, catches it, lays it up and in.
Wow, that play right there is another one of those that you haven't seen all year long.
Hillsboro wants timeout. 63-50 Hillsboro. 3:49 left to play, back in 1 minute. Welcome back to Cheesemaker Basketball. Randy Seal and Dave Scherbonti with you here. First time the Cheesemakers have played a 5A school ever, because there wasn't a 5A until 3 years ago. They haven't done it since then. In basketball, they have in football. Inbound, full court pass, going to go to Rodriguez. He takes it up and in. He scores and he's fouled.
Boy, that was such a quick release shot by Rodriguez. The defender didn't realize he was even shooting the ball yet.
And Rodriguez, who we saw chase down long balls all year long in football, certainly did a nice job. Now the official looking for some wet stuff or something on the floor. Maybe it was a bottle cap. I don't know what. Yeah. Anyway, apparently it's gone. And Rodriguez go to the line trying to complete the three-point play, down by 9 with 3:45 left to play in the game. And he does.
Rodriguez now with 9 points in the game.
63-53. I guess we're down by 11. I thought we were down by 9. Top of the key, three-point set shot, way long. Matt Bryant with a rebound. Cheesemakers trail by 9. Left wing, Wetzel. Wetzel going to drive inside, has it checked. Matt Bryant with the ball tipped out of bounds. Going to be Cheesemaker ball.
Boy,
I don't think that score's right.
Hillsboro in a hurry, I am telling you.
Maybe it was if they scored that last trip down. 63-53.
Another block shot by Hillsboro.
Yes. Left side, Rodriguez. He'll drive baseline, now stops and hands back to Keener. Keener with the ball, looking backside, goes, has it tipped back out of bounds.
Well, you learn things, and that's what you're playing this game for. Basketball savvy. Tillamook's learning a few things tonight.
And they've really stepped up. I'm very, very impressed with this group. Ball batted out of bounds. I'm also impressed with the physicality of Hillsboro.
Absolutely.
And Tillamook's going to ask for timeout again. We're going to keep this one right here as the Cheesemakers trail 63-53 with 3:15 left to play in the ball game. And, you know, you might have thought you'd come out here in Hillsboro and just play 5 kids at a time and platoon them and treat it like a practice. I think they might have thought that early. No, that thought changed because this has become a war.
The first 4 minutes, it was going to be that. But Tillamook all of a sudden woke up and they said, stop pushing us around, and got a little physical back with Hillsboro. It's a different game if Tillamook can hit their layups, right? Yeah. Right now, and it's one of those things that you can't practice for. It just happens. They just missed a bunch of them in that second and third quarter.
You look over in the huddle, though, with Hillsboro, and you look at a kid like Colt Learla. Tillamook does not have a kid like him in their program, and he's only a sophomore.
Well, when you look at Hillsboro, they're pretty young.
I'm telling you, you watch for that name. I don't know if he plays football, but he is impressive.
Yes, he is. And you look at Ball, he looks like a basketball player through and through, doesn't he?
Even has a name to go with it. 63-53. Hillsboro with the lead. Tillamook with the ball. High post, Matt Bryant. Baseline right, threw it away. Picked up, saved back in off Oldenkamp and out of bounds.
That was a pass that should have never been made.
Yep. 3:03 left to play in the game. Tillamook trails by 10.
One of the things I like about this gym, though, is the players sit out away from the fans.
Yes.
That's a really nice feel.
Down the floor, left side, drops baseline to Ball, who flips it up and in with a left hand.
Wow, Ball is perfect here in the fourth quarter. He's got 13 in the game.
65-53. Wetzel down the lane, tough run and shot off the glass.
Well, Wetzel got tired of everybody blocking his shot, so he flipped it up in a hurry again.
He's had one of his better games of the year as well. Top of the key, looking for 3. Cheesemakers matched up in a man. Stepping back, hands off to Learla. Top of the key.